G'day and welcome. Today, I'm going to give you my super unbiased, non-fanboy and totally staple reasons to play my absolute favourite class in the World of Warcraft. These guys are opportunists. They plot, scheme and enslave. Power to them is an ever-growing addiction. Pain and suffering is nothing more than a means to an end, and nothing will come between them and their quest for dominance. Well, at least that is what some people are led to believe, because if you need moldy cookies, fast travel, or maybe even a battle res, they got you. But everything else will always dread them. Run from them. Death arrives all the same. And now it's here, or should I say, this is Five Reasons to Warlock. Number 5. Fear and Loathing. Warlocks are commonly believed to be the bad guys in Azeroth, leading to some distaste from the others. Which, to be honest, isn't exactly misguided, because, you know, with all that has happened in the past. But over time, they had earned a lot of that trust back with their efforts in fighting demonic incursions with their own demonic incursions. No matter what content you take part in, be it PvP or PvE, the Warlock's abilities come in very handy indeed. Firstly, crowd control.
Aid me!
Fear, Mortal Coil, Shadow Fury, Axe Toss, that Fearloathing dude thing, this kid, Infernals, and of course, seduction. These combination of spells and abilities allow Warlocks to take control of many situations in the heart of battle. So if you need some breathing room to maybe get off a cast, or create some distance from you and your intended victim, these buttons are your go-to. Alongside your control-y powers are some pretty decent movement utilities. Demonic Circle gives you a short cooldown teleport that even removes those annoying effects that everything seems to have these days. Set yourself on fire for some power walking like speed, or summon a demonic gateway that lets not only you transport out of danger, but any party or raid members as well. What a champion. But I will offer you one small bit of advice. Be mindful of when and where you're fearing various meat sacks around, as it can lead to some problematic situations. Number 4, a level above the others. Okay, so come with me on a trip back to the start. Ing area. Maybe you have just begun your journey in Azeroth, or possibly just looking to make yet another ult that will ultimately collect dust. Either way, let me tell you, in this world of adventures, transmog, and being chased by anything you so much as come into the line of sight of, no class does it better than a Warlock. Well, those guys can kind of do it too, but they're not as cool. You see, as a Warlock, you have companions. No, not cute bunnies or puppies or anything of that nature. Yours come in the form of otherworldly demons. From the skittish humble imp to the imposing Felguards, they are all awaiting your orders. As early as level 5, you are able to command these guys into assisting you with your ventures. You see, leveling and questing as a Warlock is a breeze. Your blue Baymax is a standard go-to for many, as his high threat and health equate him to being your own personal tank. Your Fel Puppy, well, loves hindering casters. Agrat Bat Malat enjoys dishing out a good whipping. Bit of a tease though, I must say. And your imp, well, casts Firebolt. And removes effects if need be. Through self-healing in the form of life-draining things, lock rocks and various other means, you can take on nearly any challenge put before you by various NPCs you meet while on your travels. Now, my humble crew of misfits have been by my side through everything over the years, from fighting Rag for the first time in the bowels of Black Rock Mountain to world quests. I've enjoyed all the Warlock has had to offer when adventuring through Azeroth. Okay, one more thing. Now, when a Warlock sees a quest like this one, in our mind it reads more like, you may have to use a cooldown. Maybe. Number 3, doing overly terrifying spells. Damage over time. Simply put, this is a method of delivering death to all those before you in the most agonizing way possible. While not being the sole class or spec in World of Warcraft that uses these methods in some degree, I will argue that the Affliction Warlocks are the granddaddies of this style of DPS. There is a weird satisfaction to be had while you repeatedly slap the spacebar while handing out as many of these sticky spells to anything within range. Corruption and agony being the foundation to begin your potent, pestilent power pull. Oh, what? Who wrote this shit? Now, not every spell you have in your bag of tricks is at instant cast speed though. But hey, let's ramp it up with a few.
More dots, more dots.
Siphon Life, this Dark Lair, Unstable Affliction, Vile Taint, Drain Soul, Phantom Singularity, Drain Life, Jubrot, and this Grenade. Wait, is that it? Nope, you can even add mini dots to your dots. Sick of your demons giving you attitude? Hey, Grimoire of Sacrifice is a perfect fit for the Affliction Warlock.
Behold the power of the Legion.
Also, Curse of Shadows. And hey, while you're at it, why not make your Warlock a Forsaken as well, giving each of your damage ticks. Yeah. Now, don't think for a second that this spec is slow at killing things. I mean, it doesn't have the big flashy crits after all, but dumping everything you have at your disposal onto something you need dead can and will absolutely melt them. Okay, now, I know this is just a spotlight video for the class, but I would like to take a second to demonstrate the skill and style of play required to be the most effective at this spec. Number 2, pure violent power.
There was a time in history when the thirst for combat could never be quenched. In these times past, the sounds of war echoed through bloodshed, through fear, through pain, through grungy rock bands. Many bodies hit the floor. But as we moved forward into this new era of conflict, the instruments of suffering have evolved.
Into crits, baby, yeah! Well, yeah, you get focused a lot. Just a heads up. Destruction! An absolute fan favorite in PvP for many, many players. I mean, what is there not to love about this spec? Nearly every single goddamn spell and talent you have at your disposal is basically a pyromaniac's wet dream, and once combined, it's a dish best served hot. Now, I'm not saying Destro is the best spec for this form of subscription consumption, as player versus player content is an acquired taste, but it has been my personal favourite style over the years for those flashy numbers. It also performs well in PvE, don't get me wrong. With its cleave and short cooldown bursting potential, spells like Havoc allow for the duping of spells between targets. Even picking up War Mode talent, Bane of Havoc, allows for even more crit orbs. And my number one, your command is Legion. Okay, real talk time. We're gonna slow things down, no dumb jokes or over-edited clips. Just me telling you, random person on the internet, why I think Demonology for the Warlock class can and is the most fun you can have when you choose to roll a Warlock after this lengthy video. Now, you see, for over a decade, this aspect of the class has had sorta an identity crisis, as it had no real idea what it was trying to be. Basically, the class designers over at Blizzard just threw random aspects of both Affliction and Destruction into this weird demon-based, but not really, kinda sorta damage-dealing tank, sorta healing-based pet thing of shadow damage, but with fire, and this extra pet guy that I've aptly named Bonk. Sure, Demo has had its moments in the spotlight from expansion to expansion, but again, it was just about the numbers, as the actual feel of the spec still just felt like a mishmash of the other two death-dealing mantras. Until it went through yet again another overhaul, and we are left with what I feel is the perfect direction for the Demonology Warlock to go in, amassing armies of demons like our Big Daddy Gul'dan. Yes, you heard that right. You are now an Omega Pet class that focuses on summoning as many of these limited time allies to bite, burn, blow up, whip, and slam your enemies into the ground. Just the feel of the class itself I find extremely fun and fluid compared to anything currently in the game. So yeah, you know, go make a Warlock and stuff. Ugh, fine, okay, I can't help it. Incoming over-edited joke. Alright, do you like imps? Well, you better, because these vicious little guys are the backbone to any would-be Demolock. Amassing a literal army of these guys can make you feel like an evil mastermind. You can, however, take it even further, making sure you have not only a pet imp, an imp on your head, but hell, why not dress like one while you're at it? From here, you simply command your newly formed fiery troop to launch themselves at the enemy, causing them to explode on impact. Be mindful of the splashback. Well, shit. Here it is, the end of this video. This has sort of been a long time coming, I mean, for real. What, the last 5 Reasons To video was something like 4 to 5 years ago now? Damn, man. But hey, just like a gnome under the power of a soul stone, we are back. sort of. Please let me know if you enjoyed this edited pile of puns I have pushed your eyes through today. Feedback will let me know if you would like to see more of these, or maybe I should have just left it in its grave. Bit like the channel. But yes, thank you, kind stranger on the interwebs, for taking the time to watch my video today. I hope your adventures are fruitful and fun, and may Gul'dan himself sacrifice so many goat people that you have all the power you have ever dreamed of. Take care, friend.